students, welcome to my YouTube channel. Myself Madhu. So my YouTube channel is Science Maths Academy 2023. In this YouTube channel you will get everything about class 10th math science. So tricky methods, old question papers will be solved, new question papers, new model papers will be solved. So everything will be get in only one channel. So please like my videos, share my videos, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel and please press the bell icon. Any doubt is there, please comment in the comment box. Thank you. In this video, we are going to answer for life processes, that is previous year question paper of class 10 science. The first question is, in mammals and birds, oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood get separated. Why? So the right answer for this question is, first point we have to write, to keep body temperature constant. This is the first point. And second point is to get sufficient supply of oxygen. So these are the 2 points we have to write for this question. Now let us move for the second one. Explain the breaking down of glucose in aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. So now let us move for the second one. Explain the breakdown of glucose in aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration anta kottidane. So 2 marks irodrinda first let us move for aerobic respiration. So aerobic respiration alli enagutte? So we know that it is a 6 carbon molecule, and this 6 carbon molecule is called glucose. Glucose is converted into 3 carbon molecule, and this 3 carbon molecule is called as pyruvate. This pyruvate, in presence of oxygen, this pyruvate is converted into carbon dioxide, water, and it releases 36 ATP of energy. So this is aerobic respiration. Now let us move for anaerobic respiration. So let us see what happens in anaerobic respiration. So in anaerobic respiration, so glucose, which is a 6 carbon molecule, this 6 carbon molecule is converted into 3 carbon molecule called pyruvate. 3 carbon molecule called pyruvate. Pyruvate, in absence of oxygen, is converted into ethanol plus carbon dioxide, and it releases 2 ATP of energy. So this is about aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration that takes place due to the breakdown of glucose. Next, in that one only one internal choice question is there. Explain the process of transportation of substances in phloem anta ide. So now let us answer this question. So now let us answer how the transportation or translocation that takes place through phloem. So let us answer with steps. The first step is, that is translocation of food materials. Translocation of food materials takes place through the phloem tissue. This is the first step. Then the second point is that this process takes place in sieve tube present in phloem. Sieve tube with the help of companion cells both in upward and downward directions. And the last point regarding this one, this process is achieved by osmotic pressure. So this is the answer for the second internal choice question. Now let us move for the third question. So third question ಏನಿದೆ, diagram ಇದೆ. Draw the diagram showing the structure of nephron and label the following part. One is we have to label glomerulus and Bowman's capsule. Next, let us move for fourth question. An event that may happen in heterotrophic nutrition, that is among these four, that is unused carbohydrates are stored in the form of starch. So the right answer for this question is option B. So third question is diagram question, and the fourth is option B, that is unused carbohydrates are stored in the form of starch. So now let us move for fifth question. Identify the correct statement among the following with respect to plant hormone anta ide. Correct statement ಕೇಳಿಯೇನೆ. Cytokinin promotes wilting of leaves. It is wrong. So among these four, the correct statement is abscisic acid inhibits growth of plant. So because it is a growth inhibiting hormone, therefore the right answer for fifth question is option C. Now let us move for the sixth question. The sixth question is significant role of stomata in transportation is to dash anta ide, that is to perform transpiration continuously. So for sixth question, option D is the right answer. Now let us move for the seventh question, that is under what condition lactic acid produced in muscle cells anta ide. So let us answer the seventh question. So lactic acid is produced in lack of oxygen in muscle cells. When the muscle cells lacks oxygen, their lactic acid is produced. Now let us move for eighth question. Explain the process of translocation of food material in plants anta ide. So idike already ನಾವು, so we have answered in that is explain the process of transportation of substances in phloem. So ಇದೇ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೀವು ಮತ್ತೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇದೇ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ನ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. Translocation of food material takes place through the phloem tissue. First point. Second is this process takes place in sieve tubes with the adjacent cell called companion cells, both in upward as well as in downward direction, and this process is achieved by osmotic pressure. So this is the answer that you have to write for eighth question also. ಮತ್ತೆ eighth ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇದೆ. So let us answer. Explain the process of digestion in the small intestine of man ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. So now let us answer the ninth question. So ninth question na answer ಮಾಡಿ. So in the ninth, the first point you have to write is, so how the digestion takes place in small intestine anta bandre, first point, small intestine is the site of complete digestion of carbohydrates, fats and proteins. So this is the first point you have to write. Then let us move for the second point. So second point is that, so enzymes in the intestinal juices convert proteins into amino acids, then carbohydrates into glucose, and fats into fatty acid and glycerol. So this is the second step, that is enzyme present in the intestinal juices will convert. So that is protein into amino acids, carbohydrates into glucose, fats into fatty acids and glycerol. Then coming to the third point, digested food is absorbed digested food is absorbed by, who will absorb the digested food? A finger like projection, that is villi present in the walls of intestine, present in the walls of small intestine, and it will be given to blood, and blood will carry the digested food to each and every cell. So like this we have to answer this eighth question, internal choice question. Now let us move for the ninth one. So the ninth question is, draw the diagram showing the sectional view of human heart and label the following. That is iota ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಎರಡನೇದು ಚೇಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ದಟ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ ಡಿಆಕ್ಸಿಜನೇಟೆಡ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್. ನೋಡಿ, ಚೇಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೂ ರಿಸೀವ್ ಡಿಆಕ್ಸಿಜನೇಟೆಡ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ಹಾರಿಕಲ್ನ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. So right auricle is the chamber which receives deoxygenated blood. So now let us move for 10th question. The correct statement related to digestion in small intestine is, it is option A, acidic food is made alkaline by bile juice. So for 10th question, so 9th is diagram, then 10th question is option A is the right answer. So now let us move for 11th question. So name the products of anaerobic respiration ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಸೊ ಅನೆರೋಬಿಕ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಉಂಟಾಗೋದು ಒಂದು ಎಥೆನಾಲ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್. Ethanol, carbon dioxide, along with this one 2 ATP of energy is released. Now let us move for 12th question. It is diagram. Draw the diagram showing the opened stomata. Label the following parts. ಒಂದು ಗಾರ್ಡ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕು, ಇದು ಓಪನ್ ಸ್ಟೊಮ್ಯಾಟ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಒಂದು ಗಾರ್ಡ್ ಸೆಲ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ಟೊಮ್ಯಾಟಲ್ ಪೋರನ್ನು ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. Now let us move for the 13th question. Diagrams given below represent hearts of 3 different animals. Observe it and answer the following question. So 3 heart ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದು 2 chambered heart, ಇದು 3 chambered heart, ಇದು 4 chambered heart. Among these, which heart is helpful to the animal that require more energy? Why ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ our right answer is heart 2. Heart 2 is the heart which helps the animals that require more energy. So 12th is diagram question, and the 13th question is, so the first answer is heart 2. heart 2 is the right answer. Why ಅಂತ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ವೈ ಅಂತ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಡ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಇದೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಸೊ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಮೊದಲು ಈ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಬರೋಣ. because oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood flows separately. ಸೊ ಎರಡು ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ, ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಯೂಸ್? ಎರಡು ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಯೂಸ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಸ್ ಟು ಕೀಪ್ the body temperature constant, and by this we can get sufficient supply of oxygen. So adun bardu iveredu point na baribeku. To keep body temperature constant, to get sufficient supply of oxygen. Now let us move for 14th question. 13th alle innondu internal choice question ide. So let us answer that internal choice question of 13th question. So the question is, the approximate length of small intestine of animal X and Y are given in the table. Observe it and answer the following question. So idike answer ಮಾಡೋಣ. So this is the table they have given. two animals are there, one is X and another one is Y, and approximate length of small intestine is given. X animal has a small intestine of length 20 to 40 feet and Y has a length of 5 to 8 feet. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇವೆರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವು. ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ದ ಅರ್ಬಿವೋರಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕಾರ್ನಿವೋರಸ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ರೀಸನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬೋತ್ ದ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್. ಫಸ್ಟು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ದ ಅರ್ಬಿವೋರಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕಾರ್ನಿವೋರಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟು ಈಗ ಎರಡು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಒಂದು ಅನಿಮಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್, ಒಂದು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅನಿಮಲ್ ವೈ. ಈಗ ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ದಂಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೋದು, ಯಾರ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನಿನ ಲೆಂತ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅವನು ಅರ್ಬಿವೋರಸ್ಸು, ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನಿನ ಲೆಂತ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅದು ಕಾರ್ನಿವೋರಸ್ಸು. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಅಮಾಂಗ್ ದೀಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವೈ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅರ್ಬಿವೋರಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್ ವೈ ಈಸ್ ಕಾರ್ನಿವೋರಸ್. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ರೀಸನ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ. ಸೊ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಟು ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಯುಲೋಸ್. ಸೊ ಸೆಲ್ಯುಲೋಸ್ ಡೈಜೆಷನ್ ಆಗೋದು ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅರ್ಬಿವೋರಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದೇ ಕಾರ್ನಿವೋರಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್ನ ಲೆಂತ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ very easy to digest meat. So meat digestion ಆಗೋದು easy. Therefore herbivorous has longer small intestine and carnivorous has smaller small intestine. So this is the answer for 13th question. Now let us move for the 14th question. The rate of breathing in aquatic animal is much faster than that seen in terrestrial organism. Why ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಾನೆ. So now let us answer this question. So ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ because the amount of dissolved oxygen is very low in water compared to oxygen in the atmosphere. So this is the right answer for 14th question. Now let us move for that is question number 15. That is, what are the methods used by plants to get rid of excretory product? ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇದೆ. ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ದ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಸೊ 15th ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನೋಡೋಣ. ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ರಿಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಟರಿ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ 15th question. A, plants removes oxygen which is a waste product will be removed through photosynthesis. Plants removes oxygen through photosynthesis. Second one, it removes carbon dioxide through respiration. Then the third point is that it removes waste in the form of gums and resins through old xylem. ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಝೈಲಮ್ನ ಮೂಲಕ ಗಮ್ ಮತ್ತು ರೆಸಿನ್ಸನ್ನು ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನಾಲ್ಕನೇದು, ಇಟ್ ರಿಮೂವ್ಸ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಥ್ರೂ leaves. Then It removes waste through root hairs into the soil. So these are the 5 methods that plant can use it to remove the waste from the body. Next, let us move for internal choice question. That is, mention the importance of transpiration in animals. So transpiration in plants. So transpiration in plants, transpiration ನಡೆಯೋ ಮೂಲಕ. So what are the advantages ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋಣ. What are the advantages that we can see? So the advantages are, the first one is, so with the help of transpiration, it helps in growth. It helps in growth and development. First point. Second one, it allows the movement of minerals from the soil to different parts of the plant. Third advantage of transpiration, cools the surface of the leaves. Then fourth point is, it controls the temperature of the plant. Na temperature na control ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ with the help of transpiration. So now let us move for the 16th question. So 16th question diagram question ಇದೆ. Draw the diagram showing the structure of human alimentary canal and label the following part. The part which stores bile juice ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಬೈಲ್ ಜ್ಯೂಸನ್ನು ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳೋನು. ಸೊ ಗಾಲ್ ಬ್ಲಾಡರ್. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ನೀವು ಗಾಲ್ ಬ್ಲಾಡರನ್ನು ಲೇಬಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಒಂದು. ಎರಡನೇದು, ಸೊ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಈಗ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ದ ಲಾಂಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ರಿ ಕ್ಯಾನಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ದ ಲಾಂಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ರಿ ಕ್ಯಾನಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಸ್ಟೈನ್. So like these are the two parts you have to by drawing the diagram you have to mention these two parts. Now let us move for the 17th question. So 17th question is, so here they have given the diagram. So by seeing the diagram, what similarity observed in the structure of A and B with respect to their function ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಇದು ಲಂಗ್ಸ್, ಇದು ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟಿವ್ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇವೆರಡಕ್ಕೂ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಸಿಮಿಲಾರಿಟಿ ಏನು ಅಂತ ನೋಡಿ, ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ದೇರ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ನಾವು ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ದ 17th ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಸೊ ಎರಡೂ ಕೂಡ ಬೋತ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಇನ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್. ಎರಡೂ ಕೂಡ ರೆಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ಸ್, ಸೊ ರೆಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಇವೆರಡನ್ನೂ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ರೆಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ಸ್ ಬ್ರೀತಿಂಗ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡನ್ ಬೈ ಲಂಗ್ಸ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಡೌನ್ ಆಫ್ ಫುಡ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡನ್ ಬೈ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟಿವ್ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ರೆಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಎರಡೂ ಕೂಡ ರೆಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ರೆಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಬ್ರೀತಿಂಗ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಲಂಗ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು, ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಡೌನ್ ಆಫ್ ಫುಡ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟಿವ್ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಮೂವ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ 18th ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಸೊ 18th ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಹೀಗಿದೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರೈಟ್ ದ ಇವೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಕ್ಕರಿಂಗ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ಫೋಟೋಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್. ಸೊ ಫೋಟೋಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್ನ ನಾವು ಇವೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ 3 ಮೇನ್ ಇವೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೋಟೋಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್. ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇವೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಪ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ sunlight by chlorophyll. Absorption of sunlight by chlorophyll. So this is the first point you have to write. Then second one is conversion of light energy into chemical energy and splitting splitting of water into hydrogen and oxygen. This is the third event, and the last event is reduction of carbon dioxide into carbohydrates. So these are the three events that occurs during photosynthesis. Now let us move for 19th question. So the 19th question is, how is the end product of nutrition, that is nutrition glucose breakdown among all the organisms under the condition given below ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. So now let us answer this question. So now let us answer one by one. So that is how the glucose breakdown in presence of atmospheric oxygen ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. So first question ಗೆ answer ಮಾಡೋಣ. So glucose is there. Glucose, which is a 6 carbon molecule. This 6 carbon molecule is converted into pyruvate, which is a 3 carbon molecule. This pyruvate is converted into pyruvate in presence of oxygen. It is converted into carbon dioxide, water, and releases 36 ATP of energy. ಇದು ಫಸ್ಟ್. ದೆನ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಇನ್ ದ ಆಬ್ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಟ್ಮಾಸ್ಫಿಯರಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದ ಆಬ್ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಟ್ಮಾಸ್ಫಿಯರಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಅಂದರೆ, ಸೊ ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ 6 ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇಂಟು pyruvate, which is a 3 carbon molecule, and this pyruvate is converted into, in absence of oxygen, pyruvate is converted into ethanol, carbon dioxide, and releases 2 ATP of energy. Then third one is, that is in the muscles due to lack of oxygen. So third one is glucose, which is a 6 carbon molecule is converted into 3 carbon molecule called pyruvate. So the pyruvate in lack of oxygen in the muscle cells is converted into lactic acid and releases some amount of energy. So this is what we have to answer for 19. In the 19th itself, one more question is there. Now let us see what is that question. A question ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ, explain the methods of oxygen supply to the cells, and second one, release of carbon dioxide to the atmosphere from the cells during the process of transportation in animals ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. So now let us answer these two questions. So ಅದರೊಳಗಡೆ 19th ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್, ಆಪ್ಷನಲ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಫ್ nostrils and passed into the lungs. Then ಈಗ ಲಂಗ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಬಂದಂತಹ, this is the first point. Second point is the alveoli of lungs supply oxygen to blood through to blood vessels with simple diffusion. Then the third point is this oxygenated blood all over the body, all over the body, and supply supply the oxygen to cell by simple diffusion. By simple diffusion. This is about oxygen. Now let us answer about ಈಗ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಸೊ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬರೆಯೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಈಸ್ more soluble, carbon dioxide is more soluble in water than oxygen, and hence it is transported, in the dissolved form, in our blood. So this is the answer for 19th optional question, that is internal choice question. So now let us move for 20th question. So the 20th question is, it is a diagram question. Draw the diagram showing the longitudinal section of human brain and label the following parts ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಲೇಬಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ನು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವನು ಅದ್ರ ಬದಲು ಈಗ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ದ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ದಟ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲಂಟ್ರಿ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ 20th ಇನ್ವಾಲಂಟ್ರಿ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೆಡುಲ್ಲಾ ಅಬ್ಲಾಂಗೇಟ. ಸೊ ಮೆಡುಲ್ಲಾನ ನೀವು ಸೊ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಲೇಬಲ್ ಮೆಡುಲಾ ಒಂದು. ಎರಡನೇದು ದ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ದಟ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿಟ್ಸ್ ಸೆನ್ಸರಿ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಫೋರ್ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಆರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೆರಿಬ್ರಮ್. ಸೊ ಸೆರಿಬ್ರಮನ್ನು ನೀವು ಲೇಬಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So that is the answer for that is the label you have to do for the diagram. So now let us move for the 21st. Again it is a diagram question. Draw the diagram showing the germination of pollen on stigma and label the pollen tube. Now 22nd also diagram question. So draw the diagram showing the schematic sectional view of the human heart and label the following part. You have to label, one is aorta, another one is pulmonary vein. Then 23rd, it is an MCQ question. The site of complete digestion of carbohydrates, proteins and fats is. So site of complete digestion anta bandaga it is small intestine. So for 23rd question, the right answer is option C, that is small intestine. So now let us move for 24th question. The 24th question is that is eating chapati by chewing it is very by chewing it very slowly tastes sweeter. Why ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. because chapati is made of wheat which is rich in carbohydrates, when we chew it, the salivary amylase converts carbohydrates, that is starch, carbohydrates into sugar, which taste sweet. So this is the answer for 24th question. Now let us move for 25th question. So 25th question higide, how are the function of arteries, veins and capillaries are interrelated in the circulation of blood anta ide. So now let us answer one by one. So first one, arteries. It carry oxygenated blood away from heart to various organs of the body. So this is about arteries. Now let us answer the capillaries. So exchange of materials between the blood between the blood and surrounding cell between the surrounding takes place. The capillaries are joined together. The capillaries are joined together to form veins. Next, third one is veins. Veins will carry deoxygenated अथवा carbon dioxide CO2 rich blood from the tissues or organ. It collects blood from different parts or organs or tissues from different organs and bring it back to the heart. So like this we have to write about this how arteries, veins and that is capillaries are interrelated in the circulation of blood. So in 25th itself one more internal choice question is there. So now let us answer, that is how does transportation of water takes place over the heights in a plant anta ide. So now let us answer this question. So the first point is at the roots cells in contact with the soil actively take up ions. This creates a difference in concentration of these ions between the root and the soil. This is the first point. Then second point is that water moves from roots water moves from soil to roots to eliminate this difference. So this is the second point you have to write. Next, third point is there is a steady movement of water into the root xylem, creating into the root xylem, creating a column of water that is steadily pushed upwards. Then the last point is that evaporation of water, that is transpiration. Evaporation of water molecules from the stomata of leaves due to transpiration creates a suction which pulls water from xylem cells of root, that is in plant which is very height. So like this it will takes place. So this is about the first 25 questions that is related to life process of class 10th previous year question paper, and remaining questions will be answered in the next video. Thank you for watching my YouTube channel.